the Greek was being used. Why is that? Well, Perry would say these oral traditions have been carried on from far before, or from far away places. In these distant lands or times when these verses were first composed, the words are still there, and so you end up having a foreign vocabulary. You end up having words that aren't part of the language in the text because they're carried. These are the important parts of the epics that could not be changed. Well, you look at the Quran. Arthur Jeffrey has a book called The Foreign Vocabulary of the Quran. This is the same Arthur Jeffrey who had the materials. You can buy this book off Amazon, The Foreign Vocabulary of the Quran. He found 316 words in the Quran that in some way, shape, or form were foreign to the Arabic of the time. And so, where do these words come from? Again, it fits our theory of oral composition. These were imported from elsewhere. The word Quran itself is one of those words. It wasn't used in Arabic at the time. It was something that was imported from Syriac. And we talked about that yesterday. Andrew Bannister, the same guy who points out the oral formulae in the Quran, also points out that there are different versions of the same story found in the Quran. So in the Quran, for example, you've got the story of Satan not bowing before Adam. So the story is that Allah told Satan to bow down before Adam. Satan did not bow down before Adam, and so he was cast out. He was rejected and he was accursed. This story is found 7 times in the Quran. Well, each of the 7 has some differences. They're not verbatim the same. Andrew Bannister says these are performance variants. In other words, or potentially at least, performance variants. When Muhammad was recounting these, he slightly changed it each time, which was normal for oral composition. It wasn't expected to be verbatim. No one cared about verbatim precision. So essentially, Andrew Bannister's arguing this is the same story. It's not 7 different versions of the same story. This is the same story, but it looks different through performance variants. That's something we would expect of oral composition.